Yells!
What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at ya. How is everybody doing? I'm doing fan-tiddly-astic. Today we're continuing my crash site and spears capture spots. And today's map is going to be Central Cavern. That's a pretty big sized map, and this is one of the maps that's tough to tell where the crash site's going to be because it's down inside of a cavern, so you don't always see the flying crash site pod ship. There it is. And you can see the crash site is over here. This first crash site doesn't really have any unique capture spots that I found. You know, it might be beneficial to be up here on this rock, you would think, but you can't capture it from up here. It's not showing that I'm capturing it. So really this one is one of the ones that you're wide out in the open, and this one would be beneficial to basically put on armor and just kind of jump around and, you know, take note of the common paths that people are going to be coming from. People are definitely going to be jumping, air stomping from up there on that ledge. People are going to be coming down this trail here. There's a spawn over there. People are going to be coming possibly from around this back side here, so that's something to take note of. And then, you know, of course, people are going to be coming from this general direction because there's a spawn up over there and further down that way. So this one, this first spot, really there's nothing unique to it, in my opinion. And, you know, you're going to always want to be in armor in this one, and either, you know, just running around in circles or jumping up and down. So, I forgot, let's take a look at the overhead map and look at every single crash site and spear location. So you're going to see there that this map is kind of, you know, bunched up as far as some of the crash sites, and that's because there's several levels height-wise. So this map, there's just one location that shares a crash site location with a spear, and that would be the C spear. There is a crash site close to the B spear, but it's not exactly at the same spot. So that pretty much, there's the overhead view of where all the crash site pods land. And, you know, let's get back into this crash site location here. Something I'm going to suggest right away for cover to, you know, to help yourself, you know, better cover yourself while you're capturing this one is you want to put up these blocks here. You just hold the X button near this alien language type stuff. Just hold X and it will put those barriers up. And now it provides some great cover from people shooting from that side over there, since there's a spawn, and people coming from this side over here because there's a spawn over there. So, you know, I mean, as far as capturing it, you could, you know, crouch down here and be in armor, and people probably wouldn't be able to see you coming from this side over there. So once they get to your line of sight, you can kill them. People are going to be possibly coming from back over here, this spawn over here, and then of course from that spawn over there. People could even be coming from, you know, right down here, so you're going to want to watch this middle area right through there as well. But like I said, I definitely suggest putting up these little, you know, barriers to provide you some extra cover. So again, you know, looking up in the sky, I don't really see where the next crash site's going to land. So you end up just seeing the white octagon on the screen or whatever. And as you can see, there goes the crash site plane kind of flying off into nowhere. It's kind of funny. I watched it fly off the map, and it just, let's see if I can still see it. Yeah, you just barely caught the tail end of it. Just kind of flies off down into the cave. But this one, as far as capturing spots, again, you're going to want to put up the blocks to give you some cover from, you know, people coming down. You can kind of barely, you know, this really doesn't help as far as giving you cover, because people coming from that spawn over there are still going to be able to see you. So I don't know about putting up those. It's not really that beneficial in my opinion. You can't, again, you can see how the white circle goes beyond the ledge, but once you drop off the ledge, you're not capturing it anymore. Even if you stand up on this rock, you're still not capturing it. So you're going to always need to be on top of the platform. And, you know, again, the hot areas to watch out for, people coming through this hole here. There's a spawn back over there. People shooting from over there. And the big one is people coming from over this side. And, you know, people coming from possibly over that way. So this is another one that's, you know, you're right out wide out in the open, so you're probably going to want to have armor on, you know, running around in circles and or jumping up and down to prevent yourself from being sniped. So moving on to the next crash site, again, you can't really see the plane, the crash site plane, pod plane, so, you know, if you know, there it is right there flying away, there's an opening up there, and when the crash site is over on this side of the map, it does enter over there, you know, and then leaves over there. So if you get a chance to see it, you know, that's going to be some way you can see where the crash site's going to land next. This crash site location, again, there's really no unique kind of position to capture it from. You can be up on top of this rock here. The fire does hurt you. You obviously saw I was taking damage. So you can capture it from up here to give yourself a good angle from this, people coming from this side over there. And then you're going to always want to watch this side. This is a pretty heavy side people are going to be coming from underneath that ledge. There's a spawn down there. And another way I like to, I mean, as long as you have one person on the site, you can have another person up here kind of just informing people which side people are going to be coming in from. You know, you can either say coming in from the left or coming in from the right, you know, or even take them out yourself as they're coming into the crash site. So, you know, this one doesn't really have any unique crash site capture spots, in my opinion, based on my experience. So, moving on to the next crash site. Have to, again, you know, you could try to look up in the air, but, you know, you don't usually see the crash site pod plane. At least I don't. So, you know, I'm trying to see where it's going to drop. Okay, and there it dropped over there. One thing I did want to point out that I forgot to about the crash site location that's up there on that platform. If you need to get up there really quick and you're coming down from this angle, or you're coming down from, you know, this backside, this tube right here is an air vent. So if you just jump right towards it, it should boost you up. See how it boosts you up, and then you can get up on top of this platform right here. What? Dude, you serious, Crysis? Come on now. There. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys that. I need to get over this crash site before it ends, and it already ended. We'll have to go back to that one. So moving on to the next crash site, trying to, again, there's also an air vent right here that allows you to get up on that platform right there. I'm not going to bother doing it, but I just wanted to point that out to you guys. So moving over here, this is the crash site location that shares a spear location with the sea spear. So this one, you know, I don't know, as far as capturing it, there's really nothing unique about this crash site location. You know, you can capture it from up here on top of this rock, which will give you some good lines of sight. But again, you're wide out in the open and easy to take down. So, you know, if you have, if you're cloaked out like this and you have a low profile tier 3, you'll be invisible to nano vision, so they won't be able to see you, you know, and it'll allow you to easily see where people are coming from so that you can call it out to your other teammates that are on the crash site. Other than that, I don't think you can capture it from up on this rock. You can capture it, I think, from kind of standing on this ledge right here, but again, there's not really much advantage to doing that. You can get way up here on this rock, which is good for being able to call out where people are coming to the crash site for your teammates, which is always advantageous to communicate in-game. And that's about it for this crash site location. moving on to the next crash site. Let's see where it's going to be. Okay, so I just saw the tail end of the crash site plane over that way. I think this one's going to be... Okay, this one is... See, the B spear is normally right here. So this crash site is sort of close to the B spear. The advantageous spots to capture this one from, in my opinion, could possibly be up here, because you'll be able to see when enemies are coming over from that spawn over in that direction. And again, it might be beneficial to put the barrier up like that, so you can kind of stand over here and have a little bit of cover, and you're still capturing the crash site. So you can shoot at them and then go back behind cover, shoot at them, and so on and so forth. This one, as far as, you know, and then here's a little cubby hole that you can capture the crash site from that people won't be able to see when they come from over this way. But you do got to watch out for air stomps, people coming from over this side over here, and then, you know, jumping up and air stomping down onto the crash site like that. You know, this one, it might be, you might have some success by putting a sniper, somebody with a Grendel or takedown, up on top of that ledge. You just jump into this air thing, and then there's a way to get up there. I'm not going to keep fooling with it and trying to show you guys, but there is a way, you know, to get up there using this air vent thing. If I can, nah, forget it. Just want to go to the, we'll just take care of the next crash site here. Forget playing around with that air vent thing. But once you get up there, you can then jump onto that platform and then jump over to this platform and provide some, you know, some good overhead call-outs and, you know, some overhead cover. This one, so this is the crash site location that, you know, there's on the overview map. You can see there is two right next to each other, kind of by the B spear, and this one is because it's down below on the lower level. So this one is really dangerous for air stomps. I mean, people are going to be jumping and air stomping from every which angle that you could possibly think of. You know, even if you're capturing it, no, you can't capture it from up on this rock right here. Well, you can. I think I kind of did if you just caught the edge. Yeah, so I'm capturing it right now, but air stomps are kind of finicky. Sometimes somebody would air stomp down, and if they landed right below me here, it might kill me. Likewise, if I'm down here and somebody misses and air stomps right on top of that ledge, it might end up killing me. It's kind of weird. The spots you're going to want to watch for people coming from are going to be down from over this way. There's a spawn over there. People can come around through this tunnel here from the other side, and then of course this common spot over in that direction. So that pretty much wraps, and then of course there's a little cubby tunnel coming from that way as well, a path. So that pretty much wraps it up for this crash site location. You know, obviously the smart one for this location would be to just armor up and you know, run around or jump up and down. One of the common tactics that my group usually uses with crash site is a couple will be on the crash site location and a couple will be out in the map trying to keep them from even getting close to the crash site. So this location here, again, it's very vulnerable to air stomps. You know, there's places to jump down from, several different areas. There's no real unique spot to capture it from. People air stomp up from those ledges there. You know, you can kind of come over here to the edge of the crash site. Well, obviously, like I said up above, you got to watch out for the air stomps from those particular ledges there. You come over here to the edge of the crash site and capture it, and watch people coming from this direction over here, and still allowing you to capture the crash site. You can't really capture it up on top of this ledge, so there's really no advantage besides being able to see people coming from. You can hide in this corner if you want, and you get all cloaked out. But, you know, I don't know, I rarely ever suggest just kind of sitting and hiding in cloak on the crash site, just because you're very weak when you're cloaked out. And, you know, I don't think there's huge advantage to hiding and cloaking out versus just being in armor and running around in circles or jumping to prevent, you know, from being sniped or, you know, picked off. Really no other unique spot on this crash site. So that pretty much, we just got one more crash site to go through. Alright, and now this crash site down here, this is the last final one, and again, this is one that's really, you know, privy to a lot of air stomps from up above. You know, the common routes you're going to want to watch people coming from, that direction over there, down through that cubby hole there. You know, people can even sneak up behind you from back from this side, this little cave entrance over here. As far as any unique locations to capturing it, I don't believe there really is any. Down here you can kind of hide, you're not really capturing it, but you can see people coming into the crash site from over that way and call it out to your teammates possibly, but you know, you're not capturing it until you're just right here. So, you know, maybe as far as capturing it, there's really no place better than the other, in my opinion. But it's wide out in the open, so it might be another good instance for just running around and jumping. So let's move on to the spear locations and the best locations to capture the spears from. Alright, so taking a look at the spear locations, there's the overhead map again showing the A, B, and C spear locations, and I had noted that the A spear and the C spear do share a location with crash site pod locations. Let's take a look at the A spear first. So when you spawn pretty right next to the A spear if you're on one side of the map. I'll show you where you spawn when you spawn next to the C spear. This one, as far as capturing it, there is some more unique locations, you know, possibly up in the air more, so that you know, you're possibly avoiding air stomps from up on top of that ledge, and then definitely need to watch out for air stomps from up there, because after you capture the B spear, you can come from the B spear right over right here and jump down and do an air stomp here. I've gotten a triple and a quad actually air stomp from doing exactly that air stomp right there. And you know, again, you can come out on this edge and be able to see people coming from this direction over there. You know, I had mentioned earlier you can kind of sit right here and crouch and cloak out and hide, you know, when the crash site location was here. But other than that, there's really no unique spot to capture it from. Let's see if you can capture it from up here on this ledge. Oh, just barely. Yeah, you can. So let's see if we can capture it from over here on this ledge. If I can jump up. What the F? Doesn't look like it. It's not capturing it. So that's about it. You know, this one would be one for just armoring up and, you know, running around in circles, or like I said, possibly up from on top of this ramp, because you're hopefully be able to avoid the air stomps from up above there, you know, and you'd be able to see when someone's going to air stomp from up there. So that pretty much wraps up the A spear. Let's run over to the B spear, since the quickest route to the B spear would be to jump up and run up this ledge here and come over to the B spear. As far as unique spots for capturing the B spear, you know, it's good to possibly capture it from behind this rock to provide you some cover from people coming from the C spear after they spawn there and take it. You're going to want to watch the air stomps from up above and up behind you. You know, as far as capturing it, you can come down underneath this overhead ledge and capture it. Let's see if you can capture it from up on top of the platform at all. Yep, you can. You can capture it. So right here would be a pretty good spot also. You know, if you're cloaked out and capturing it, people coming from over and see, you know, if they didn't have, you know, if they had nano vision and you had low profile tier 3, they wouldn't be able to see you cloaked out capturing it from up here, and it would probably throw them for a loop because they're not sure where you are. They're going to probably look, you know, in this cubby hole first or underneath this ledge for you, and you're not going to be there. But other than that, you know, the other advantageous spot to cap it from, I would say, would be behind this rock, which is going to provide you some great cover. So the last spear, which again it shares a location with one of the crash sites locations, is the C spear. And when you spawn over here, you spawn basically right here, right next to the sea spear pretty much. And capturing the sea spear is pretty similar to the when the crash site is located here. You can cap it from up on top of this rock. I believe you can cap it from... No, not really. Let's see if we can cap it from up here on this rock. Nope, not really either. But, you know, basically, after someone takes A, they're either going to be coming from this area right here. So that's something, some people cap A and then come right for C spear instead of bothering with the B spear, because they're assuming that most people are going to go from C to B right away to cap B. But a good tactic is possibly to take your home spear and then run for their home spear, because it's not a common tactic, I don't think. Well, unless now everybody starts doing it, since I'm telling you how to do to do that. But there's really no other unique location for capturing the sea spear, you know, that I can you know, note of. Providing some cover from behind this rock here might be beneficial, coming from the B spear, and likewise, you know, right here behind this rock, as I stated, you just got to watch your flank, people coming from that way over there. So that pretty much wraps up all of the capture spots on the map Central Cavern for the game modes Crash Site and Spears. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate a rating, you know, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and provide me some constructive feedback in the comments. I really enjoy interacting with you guys. That's one of the great things about YouTube, is the interaction with my subscribers. And that's about all I got for you. Until next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Ubu out.